Seattle Mariners. An estimated 19,000 people were said to have attended the game. The first 1,750 UTA students got the chance to win a UTA-themed Rangers ball cap. Geology junior Ellie Lewis is also a UTA Wrangler. Lewis made sure to attend the game, showing UTA spirit and pride.
Tonight, we're just watching the game, having a good time, cheering, you know, when the Rangers make an awesome play that happened earlier in the second inning.
On this edition of UTA News, we take you to the location of a new stoplight that may save lives.
In sports, we check out how our Mavericks competed this past weekend.
And in entertainment, we give you an inside look at one event that allows students to take the stage for open mic night.
UTA News starts now.
On this edition of UTA News, we take you to the location of a new stoplight that may save lives.
In sports, we check out how our Mavericks competed this past weekend.
And in entertainment, we give you an inside look at one event that allows students to take the stage for open mic night.
UTA News starts now.
Hello and welcome to our second edition of UTA News. I'm Maritza Scavell.
And I'm Kendall Sermon.
A new crosswalk warning system has been installed between the Engineering Research Building and Lot 36. Nick Tarrant tells us how it works and how it will increase safety on campus.
If you park in Lot 36 to visit main campus, you may notice a change in guidance when crossing UTA Boulevard.
Through a partnership between UTA and the City of Arlington, a new traffic warning system has been installed as of last month. City official Keith Brooks says the current crosswalk has the potential for safety issues.
We see a lot of students, they are crossing the street, but they're looking at their cell phones, they're just walking out in traffic, they're assuming people are going to stop.
By synchronizing with other traffic signals in the area, the $50,000 system will help vehicle and pedestrian traffic flow more efficiently. Civil engineering junior Suzanne Ritchie says she thinks the lights will help.
It might frustrate students that are used to just being able to walk across the street as soon as they get there, having to wait for the light to change. But if it's all in the name of safety.
27-year-old Aneta Lisette Sordo was crossing the Cooper and Abrams Street intersection when she was hit by a vehicle on November 16th. She was later pronounced dead at Medical Center Arlington, according to the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's website. UTA Police Captain Mike McCord says it's important to ensure the safety of pedestrians and drivers on campus.
Anytime there are pedestrians and vehicles in the same area, we want to try to do everything, and by we mean everyone involved.
Caution should be practiced at all times. McCord says he urges the community to pay attention and understand the new rules.
Ultimately we're all in this together, and we want to make sure that everyone goes home safely at the end of the day.
Although there was no estimated time for when the lights will officially run, the city is working with Encore to officially give pedestrians the green light to go. Nick Tarrant, UTA News.
For now, the current crosswalk system will be in use until further notice.
The College of Architecture, Planning, and Public Affairs is displaying a joint exhibition with timelines showcasing the histories of the two schools. Our reporter Mara Lopez sat down with Lee Wright, the only living professor that kick-started the program 49 years ago.
After 2 years of planning and organization, the School of Architecture and the School of Urban and Public Affairs put up a combined exhibit showcasing both schools' unique history dating back 50 years. Professor Emeritus Lee Wright has played a large role in the development of UTA's School of Architecture.
Well, I recently started in 1968, so I've only been here 49 years.
Wright, along with two other colleagues who are now deceased, began the initiative to turn UTA's School of Architecture from a 2-year to a 4-year program.
I like to say that the three of us had the audacity to believe that we could turn this school from a 2-year transfer program into a major school of architecture in the state and the country. And that's the biggest difference, is that UTA is now an internationally known school.
Since its start in 1948, the School of Architecture has had many deans, including Wright. He says he's the only one who got to work on the 50th year project.
But I'm the only dean that got to work on this. And so I feel honored to have sort of closed the page from something that we started almost 50 years ago.
Wright says architecture is dynamic. The field of study is difficult but rewarding.
Shakespeare said that all the world is a stage, and I like to say that architecture is stage setting for this great drama we call life. And we do all those things we do in life in buildings.
Nan Ellen was the most recent dean for the College of Architecture, Planning, and Public Affairs. The college is currently undergoing a search for the new dean. The exhibit will be on display in the Max W. Sullivan Gallery until October 6th. Students like Clarissa Suikari stopped by to learn the history.
I love the gallery. It's awesome. I'm very happy that we have professors and administrators that were inclined to make this gallery happen. I think it's very important that we're able to see how far UTA has come, and specifically with, the last few years with the merging into Kappa. I think it's great to see the progress and the student work that's come out of this place.
Mara Lopez, UTA News.
Students can stop by the gallery located inside the College of Architecture, Planning, and Public Affairs from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday for more information.
E-Verify is a program for employers to ensure their employees' legal status. Labor economist Pia Arrhenius was on campus to showcase effects of E-Verify on unauthorized immigration. According to the reports that Arrhenius showcased, the E-Verify law affected the unauthorized immigrant population in many states where the law was in effect, like Arizona, Utah, and Alabama. These states showed a decrease or slight growth in the immigration group. Other effects of the law include a rise of self-employment, being unable to switch jobs, and a rise of poverty. For employers with both authorized and unauthorized employees, this verification could cause a disturbance in their economic general equilibrium.
Shows is that E-Verify can be very effective at deterring unauthorized immigration. So instead of a border wall, you might think of other types of enforcement like E-Verify. However, again, with the caveat that E-Verify can have really detrimental effects on the economic well-being of unauthorized immigrant households if you don't do something else for them, like legalize their status.
Stay with us after the break, and we will take a look at how the Mavericks competed this past weekend. Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Taylor Hetrick, and this is UTA Sports. Last Wednesday, the UTA Athletic Department officially opened their new golf clubhouse and held the annual Nancy's Night to celebrate the life of Mavericks Athletic Director Jim Baker's late wife, Nancy.
Wednesday was a big day for the UT Arlington Mavericks as the Nancy Baker Clubhouse was officially opened. Director of Athletics Jim Baker, along with close family and friends, met briefly before the start of Nancy's Night for the sign unveiling.
The benefactor who gave us money said, I just don't want her name on the wall. I want these girls to know who she is. And so that's why we put this up for her. So without any more ado, I'm going to hold this off. It's Nancy's night, and actually my staff came up with that. We were trying to look a way to be able to keep her memory out there and keep building her endowment. And so instead of during the year trying to just keep hitting people up for money, we just said let's have one event each year that people can be invites only, and then they can contribute and just help to grow that endowment, where we wanted to be a fully endowed scholarship within 5 years and be the first one in athletics history. Tonight, this shows what Arlington, not just UTA athletics is, but what Arlington's about, and it's our student athletes and it's our family and the friends. And so I think it's important that it's about the kids, and everything we do is for our kids. So it's providing opportunities for young kids to get a scholarship and come to school that they may not have. So to me, that's what it's all about.
I'm a 1983 graduate, and I was an athlete here, and to see the progression that we've made, but really the progression we've made in the last 5 years, I think getting the community to buy in, to getting some of the ex-alumni, ex-athletic alumni, and even some of the traditional alumni to buy in to support what we're doing. I mean, if you look at the level that we're competing for what people commonly call a mid-major school, I mean, we're the upper echelon of mid-majors, and that's exciting. I mean, it's fun to go to basketball games and see the crowds grow and watch the people with the interest that they're taking into athletics. The community is coming together and supporting what's happening at UT Arlington. It's exciting. There's a lot of upside.
The night ended at Allen Sachs Field with a live music performance by Clayton Gardner, a live auction event with HGTV's Flip and Move auctioneer Casey Cade, and a good time for everyone. All proceeds from the event directly benefited the Nancy Baker Endowed Scholarship.
51, I get the 51, I get the 51, I get the 51, I get the 51 and a half. Sold $5,000.
Casey Cade. Remember you can catch him on the Do-It-Yourself Network.
The energy here is unbelievable, and I just think, you look back where we were 5 years ago, and 5 years from now, you're not going to recognize Arlington because of the leadership that's in this city with the people who have lived here and care about it and have passion. And so I couldn't be more happy to be part of that.
Emily Arsema, UTA News.
For more information or to make a contribution to the Nancy Baker Endowed Scholarship, you can contact Chris Wood at the email below. The golf team held their annual fundraiser, the Maverick Open, last Thursday, where the team and other student athletes came together to put on a successful event.
I'm out here at the Texas Star Golf Course, where the UTA Athletic Department is currently holding their annual Maverick Open Golf Tournament. Golf team, alum, boosters, donors, and other student athletes came together last week at the Texas Star Golf Course to participate in the annual Maverick Open. As the teams checked in, they were given free Chick-fil-A for lunch and a nice patio to hang out on before the golf tournament started. They were paired up with one of the players from the UTA team.
It's a fundraiser, not just for golf, but for all of athletics, and just kind of a celebration. We get all our staff involved, our coaches, and obviously our golf team. Get some of our athletes just to kind of hang out here to kind of be ambassadors for us with the people who support UTA.
We're very happy about the way the event was going.
We talk about how much support we get, and they actually get to, a lot of times, put a face to a name. Because we talk about a lot of our boosters, so it's really nice for them to actually understand who they are and that they are real people. But it's great all the way around. It's great for the booster to play with them. It's great for them to play with the booster and be able to show off their talents.
Out on the course, the teams had fun getting to know the new women's golf team. Every hole was sponsored, and some holes even had volunteers and games on it. One hole consisted of the players donating $50 to the golf program, and they could hit their first shot 150 yards away from the pin. Some players even got a surprise when a mother bobcat came to roam the course with her 3 pups. All in all, the players had a wonderful time at this tournament. Katie Valdez, UTA News.
The UTA golf team is constantly creating ways to raise money for the student athletic department. For more information, visit utamavs.com. Cross country also had their annual Gerald Ritchie Invitational this past weekend at Lynn Creek Park. The UTA men had an outstanding performance here today at Lynn Creek Park, taking the top 5 places across the finish line.
There was a few parts to where my feet were just burning so bad that I wanted to stop because I was getting blisters, but I knew that I'd rather pass out than not finish. So I pushed through it and ended up with first place.
UTA's track and field holds the title of the Triple Crown for the last 3 years.
He did a really nice job. You have to remember too, just back in May, he was one of the top guys on our men's team. He finished third in the 10K and third in the 5K at the conference meet and finished 19th in the NCAA regional meet last year. So, he basically took up where he left off last year. So we were very pleased with his performance.
The women's cross country team here at UTA did great this morning as well. They had a dual meet with SMU versus UTA. And according to our head coach, they have some room for improvement, and we are excited to see how their journey goes the rest of this season. This is Taylor Hetrick, UTA News. UTA will continue to prepare for success this season in hopes to defend their title as reigning Triple Crown holders. That's all this week for UTA News. Don't forget to check out utamavs.com for more information on our Maverick athletes and teams. I'm Taylor Hetrick.
Up next, we get the story behind a former professional basketball player who is now a UTA student.
Stay tuned.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
From the NBA to playing across the world, Kenneth Simpson is now a business student here at UTA. Simpson sits down with our reporter Katura Hill and shares how following his dreams led him to where he is today.
Before there was Michael Jordan, there was Kenneth Electric Simpson. Born and raised in Shreveport, Louisiana, the 6'5" tall, statuesque young man found a love and passion for basketball, which led him to Grambling State University, then on to the NBA.
Drafted in the 5th round of the 1982 NBA draft by the Kansas City Kings. They're now the Sacramento Kings. I had great expectations. However, you're drafted by a team, but they have 12 guaranteed contracts. And so I went to Kansas City, went to veterans camp. I didn't make the team.
Feeling disappointed but not defeated, Simpson didn't give up on his love for playing in the sport.
A gentleman came up to me and he said, "Would you like to play in Italy?" Now, we're in the New York Summer Pro League playing for free. And a guy just asked me if I wanted to go to Rome, and I said yes.
With new opportunities being offered, the next step he took would change his life forever.
And I was chosen by FC Barcelona, which is one of the most fabulous clubs in the world. I mean, it's the most prestigious club in the world. The most memorable moment, and you'll see the picture of me, I call it exhilaration. We were playing for the first championship in Spain of the league, and we were fouled out, you know, our best players, and I went on a 21-point run at some point in the game, I took it to another level because I just wanted to win. I scored the last 21 points of the game, including the buzzer beater, the shot at the buzzer, which you can see on video. That was my moment in the sun, where I have my fist clenched high, you know, I'm standing there, you know, and out of nowhere, one of my teammates is given a Maximilian of champagne, which is like 4 feet, and he's pouring it over my head, and I'm in the middle, it's 30,000 people, and that one moment was the defining moment in my career, where I finally made it.
Simpson went on to play all over Europe, winning more championship titles. Simpson felt it was time to retire from the sport, but found himself back on the court when he joined the Army.
5 years old, it's time for me to really retire. I mean, I'm 35. Obviously, my wife wasn't very happy about this because she'd seen, you know, did all that travel and stuff. She says, you get out of basketball, you go into the Army, and here you are. So I end up playing 2 years for Fort Hood, being all Army, and then getting out of the Army and going into business. So that's why I'm back here at the University of Texas, Arlington.
You can find Simpson in the gym 3 times a week at the MAC, where he still practices. When asked if he had any advice for those who are pursuing their NBA dreams, this is what he had to say.
Be flexible. Be doggedly determined to learn new things. Aside from basketball, your academics is your foundation. Always have a learning environment to proliferate your dreams, to actually chase your dreams. And you chase your dreams through science, through math, through social studies, through political science, computer science. You assimilate yourself into different cultures, environments, and you practice hard, you work hard, and you be a team player, and you can be successful.
I'm Couture Hill, UTA News.
We are honored to have Kenneth alongside of us here at UTA, and maybe one day you can take a few shots with him at the MAC.
After the break, we'll have a look at what events are around the corner here at UTA.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I've just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back. I'm Katie Valdez with
Todd's
Entertainment.
a great guy.
A new student-hosted event will be allowing UTA students to take the stage. Our reporter Narza Perez takes us further.
Students came together Thursday night to showcase their musical talent.
Treehouse UTA hosted their first open mic event where plenty of UTA students were present. Garrett Martin said he wanted to form an outlet for musicians on campus.
Come on, man. Just show off music around UTA.
I think it'd be great to see UTA in a music scene in Arlington come together, and so I'd love to see more people come out. I think next time they host it, I'm going to invite some friends out myself, and yeah, looking forward to a good time.
Former Mr. UTA Ashford Sony performed a number of original songs that spewed from his emotions and personal experiences.
But singing originated in middle school, and so I started writing a little bit more, and then I just got a little bit comfortable with it. And then when I got comfortable, that's when I started doing it more and more, and I would experience trial and error, and then it'll get better and better.
It's been fun writing music with him. Every day is a new experience with him, and every song, it's a lot of fun.
That's it. Thank you, guys.
Although the next open mic event is not yet scheduled, Treehouse UTA plans to host these each Thursday. Narda Perez, UTA News.
Treehouse UTA is in the process of registering as an official UTA organization. The Gender and Sexuality Alliance has been working to raise funds on campus. Here is current jury live with a couple of representatives of the club.
Hey guys, I'm here with Matthew Guerrero and Karina Sosa, and we have the president of GSA and the treasurer. First off, Matthew, can you tell us a little bit about what GSA stands for and why y'all decided to change the name from the original? A lot of people know it as Gay Straight Alliance.
So the GSA, Gender Sexuality Alliance, in full. The reason for the name change was because back then it was more of a commonality. However, in today's standards, there's more of a noticeable spectrum, there's more than just gay people and straight people in the spectrum, such as bisexual people or asexuals and all that. And the term kind of helps broaden the term and kind of acts as an umbrella for everyone else.
Okay, and Karina, so what are some of the things that y'all do in the club here on campus and the events y'all are in?
Usually we have meetings on Wednesdays and Fridays from noon to 2, usually in the UC. Our rooms this year kind of change from week to week, but we sometimes will have different events. Like this week, for example, is actually Bisexuality Awareness Week. And so on Wednesday, we'll be having a presentation about the history of bisexuality and the people and statistics about it and all that good stuff. And then Friday, we will have a game day / that meet along with the GSA. There's one for fundraising, which helps raise money for our organization. There's one for what's it called? Special events, which helps plan our parties and such throughout the year. And then there's also one for design, which helps make designs for our T-shirts, posters, whatever else that we need. So yeah, this week will be the design and fundraising committees will both be meeting for the first time this semester.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Corinne. UTA students had the opportunity to support the Mavericks and the Texas Rangers Wednesday night.
Wednesday evening was UTA night at Globe Life Park. The Texas Rangers played the Seattle Mariners. An estimated 19,000 people were said to have attended the game. The first 1,750 UTA students got the chance to win a UTA-themed Rangers ball cap. Geology junior Ellie Lewis is also a UTA Wrangler. Lewis made sure to attend the game, showing UTA spirit and pride.
Tonight, we're just watching the game, having a good time, cheering, when the Rangers make an awesome play that happened earlier in the second inning.
Nursing junior Zara Musa is also a UTA ambassador. Musa attended her first baseball game and said she enjoyed seeing other UTA students present.
So we're here, I had so much fun, and I'm getting to learn more about baseball because I'm an international student and I haven't really watched a baseball game. So it's my first time and I'm super excited about it.
It's very contagious. I feel like we've all jumped up and cheered with you guys, so it's been fun.
Although the Rangers lost 8-1, students still had a good time and made sure to sport their newly worn UTA caps. Chanel Sassoon, UTA News.
Unfortunately, the Rangers lost against the Braves that night, but the Rangers will play tomorrow at 9:10 p.m. Here's a quick snapshot of this week in UTA's entertainment. This Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Iron Recital Hall, you'll get an exclusive look at the experiencing the flavorful Indian music. The UTA-sponsored event titled Sounds of India will feature Sarod and Tabla maestros, Arnab Karabara, and Dansan Zun Sahedi. This event is free. You can get your tickets at uta.com. If you're more of a theater fan, then be sure to attend the UTA Maverick Theater Company Flight 12 Improv. This production entertains with a variety of interactive sketches by the 12 Flight Troupe at UTA. There will be 2 performances Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. at Studio Theater in Fine Arts Building. Tickets are $5. They're available at utaticket.com. This Friday also features one of UTA's most popular and dirtiest traditions, oozeball. Teams of 6 players will compete in the muddy volleyball courts on campus. You can register yourself or as a team online at the reclink.uta.com. The prices for individuals is $15 and $75 for teams. The deadlines for registration is tomorrow. That's all we have for entertainment. I'm Katie Valdez. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher.
You got the skills, the smarts.
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Welcome back. From mid-September to October, many organizations are celebrating different welcoming events. For one organization on campus, it means National Hispanic Heritage Month. Our reporter Madison Corda tells us more.
The Association for Mexican American Students strives to promote cultural awareness and preservation of the Hispanic heritage. At their second meeting, the organization, also known as AMAS, recreated a scene known as El Grito. Otherwise known as the Shout, it marks the start of Mexican Independence Day.
In terms of the events that AMAS puts on,
throughout the year, AMAS has many events, some of them including camping, social events such as Fiestas Patrias, multicultural events. We've been hiking. Past few years, we've been having Noche de Baile, and that would be a thing that it would be good to have this upcoming year.
Broadcast senior Natalie Palacios said that AMAS has influenced her in many ways.
AMAS has really been a big part of my life since I got here. I was very looking forward to joining new organizations on campus, and AMAS was just one of them. We became this one big family, and I hope to make it even bigger this year with a lot of new members.
AMAS is one of the largest Hispanic multicultural organizations on campus. You can find out more about the organization through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Mavworks. Madison Corda, UTA News.
For more information, you can attend AMAS meetings every Friday at noon at the College Hall in room 101. The Bioengineering Student Society had its annual cookout to encourage students to get more acquainted with one another.
The Biomedical Engineering Student Society had a cookout for their members and prospective members. They had hamburgers, drinks, and games for everyone, and the turnout was an improvement from last year's.
It's about 3 times the size of last year's. Well, it's got to be bigger than that because we had about 40 people last year. And there's been over 200 probably today.
The Society is a pre-professional, student-run organization that explores the fundamentals of bioengineering and current research topics. The Society hosts social events, invites guest speakers, and participates in STEM-based competitions.
The Biomedical Engineering Student Society hopes to increase membership and develop community outreach.
Like right now, we're actually starting a drive, which is going to be located in the second floor of the ERB for Hurricane Harvey and other hurricane relief funds. So we're going to be collecting like water bottles as well as like non-perishable foods and other toiletries for that.
Andrea Ayers, UTA News.
You can learn more about the Society in the Engineering Research Building Room 344. Well, that's all we have for today of our second edition of UTA News. I'm Marissa Scavell. And I'm Kendall Sermon. You can find us on Facebook as UTA News. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.